message this morning has got to do with holding on to our sovereignty. There is a Christian paradigm out there that says once saved, always saved. Some schools of thought say that. Other schools of thought say, well, you can be saved, but you can also backslide and lose your spot in heaven, I guess. My message today is about losing your sovereignty. And what I'm looking at here is the Empress with the Naga of the Golden Lotus, and Desert with the 4 of Earth Guardians. This was the underlying energy. This was at the bottom of the deck. Christ wandered the desert for 40 days and 40 nights, and he was tempted by Satan. Satan said, "If you are the Son of God, then turn this rock into bread." And Jesus said, "Man does not live by bread alone, and what he was talking about was, because in the next breath, Satan was like, you see, or he might have said it beforehand, you see this kingdom out here before you. I am the ruler of all of this. And it can all too be yours. And then he started the temptation. Or the tempting, of Christ. I'm being led to say this right now, but don't get it confused. The Christ and Yeshua were, yes, they were one and the same, but they were two separate things. Yeshua was the name that was given to the body. Christ is the consciousness that he carried with him. Man does not live on bread alone. So what he was talking about was spiritual food. He was talking about spiritual food. Now, the reason why I bring that up with those two cards is because in my next breath, I have in it, not of it, but the Wheel of Life and contemplative solitude with the Hermit. So how do we get the manna from God? We have to go within. We have to go in here in our hearts, and we have to go in here in our mind, and we have to look beyond the human form. We have to escape the matrix for one brief moment in order to be able to discern what God's trying to tell us. what our higher selves are trying to tell us. This Hermit card says, get deep down into your imagination. Use your gift of imagination to discern what the next moves are. And there's a concept called space consciousness, where we're able to see beyond the form, see beyond the material realm and into the astral realm. Seeing beyond the form into the nothing, where no thing, not even your physical body, exists, and you're looking into it. You're not identifying with the physical form. And when I say the physical form, I'm also thinking about, like, you know, not just the identity that we build here, but our wealth, our ideologies, our dogmas and paradigms that we are taught is truth. We're being asked to go into the proverbial cave and figure out what those things are for us. Someone is holding on to the form of this existence too tightly. They're not wanting to relinquish not wanting to detach to worldly things. Wisdom of the sacred, the high priestess. See, she's detached. She's not watching the news. She's not worried about how much money's in her bank account. She's just existing in what is perceived space-time, and she's observing she's observing the patterns. Three of Earth Guardians at the bottom of the deck. That's the Three of Pentacles. It says Coral Reef. It's about community. It's about existing. It's about existing within the community. Understanding that you're part, you can't completely detach from the identity of your form, of your physical body. You can't totally detach from it, but you can detach from the identity to know that you are more than, you're more than this. You are an electrical conduit, a manifestation of the source energy in a physical body. I talked the other day about detaching ourselves from media. Detaching ourselves from the mountains, the 7 mountains. There's a teaching about the 7 mountains in Christian. I'm sorry, I keep going back to this, but the 7 mountains is a evangelical thing. The 7 centers of control on earth: religion, media, entertainment, school, government. Religion, media, school, government. Which of these mountains do you identify with? Do you spend your time in? Is it education? Is it religion? Is it the news outlets? Is it social media? What are you spending your time with? What have you built your community around? You can lose your sovereignty. You can lose your status. You can. But it's like, once you're awake, you can't totally go back to sleep to it. You can lose your sovereignty by allowing yourself, making the choice to step back into the pattern and get tied back up in it. Reclaim your power. When you choose to share things on social media, misinformation, mockery, when you brag instead of just saying, the universe doesn't care if you're wealthy. Money is a tool. Money is how, we get around in this world. The two, or the universe doesn't care how much money you have, but how much consciousness and awareness are you carrying? Can you say with no uncertainty that you are awake? Jesus didn't say reject the world. Jesus just said step out of it. Every time you put your foot back into those waters, you're opening yourself up to being reactive. And this is about reclaiming your power. So if we step back here just a little bit, the Three of Pentacles is about teamwork and community and working with others. The Eight of Swords is about being trapped by your own mind. Hurting your own feelings. Getting lost in the idea that you have to be this and you have to do that, and you have the programming that tells you that you need to go there, and this is about reclaiming your sovereignty, about reclaiming your power, pulling your energy back. The Two of Swords is about a stalemate. It's about an indecision. The Two of Swords in this deck here says attune and recalibrate. But in the traditional tarot, it says even not making a choice is a choice. And you have to pick a side. Nine of Portals. It's the Nine of Cups. This is wish fulfillment. Attune and recalibrate. 5:55 on my clock. 17:55 on the timer. Okay, so play a little game with yourself. And you can start doing this tonight. Put your sweatshirt on, grab a blanket, and go sit out in the yard tonight. And just look up at the stars. You don't have to clear your mind. You don't have to, none of that stuff. Just look at the sky and see the vast expanse of the universe. Look at the patterns of the constellations. Look at the movement of the satellites in the sky. See the first sliver of the new moon opening back up. Find the Pleiades constellation. This is the time of the year that you can see the Big Dipper, the Little Dipper, and Orion very well. Look for them. At some point, you'll realize, if you do this enough, compared to the vast expanse of space, you're nothing. But you're everything also. The human psyche is just as vast as the expanse of space. There's a lot of nothingness out there in space. When you start living your life with detachment, detached from the news, detached from the programming, education, religion, news media, social media. Stop identifying with it. Being the creator of your own reality, you'll realize that once you detach from all the things, start detaching with the stuff that first doesn't align with you. The very first thing that I detached from was the news, and it was because of the political masquerade that I was watching. And it's all it is, it's just a masquerade. Excuse me. Start detaching from what you don't resonate with anymore. Autonomous initiator. The paladin of light codes. The knight of wands. You initiate these awakenings in yourself, and it starts with detaching. It starts with detaching. Detach from YouTube, detach from Fox News, detach from the education system, detach from religion. Go into hermit mode and start thinking for yourself. And recognize that you're just in this world, but you're not of it. It's how you escape. I love you. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.